Get asked quite a bit how to put these back billets on. Now this process is the same with or without the slotted conchos. So without the slotted conchos you just pull that through tight, but I'm putting slotted conchos, so if you're not putting the slotted conchos in, this piece of leather I've just poked in there would not be there, so just ignore it. So you can see this piece wouldn't be there, it'd just be that, these two. So once you've got that, you just put that through, and the two ends go through these two holes. You have to excuse the noise, we've got 50 odd km/h winds outside today. I went out earlier and I had to put some rocks in my pocket so I didn't blow away. Alright, so I've just got those two ends out the back. Now what we do is just each one of these has to go back through and out the top. So that's one. This is just a spike, just makes that, enlarges that hole slightly to make it easier. Now it is important to keep these strings flat and don't get them twisted, so keep them flat the whole time. So that's the second one. Once again, this looks confusing because I've got this other stuff here, but I just got to ignore it. Okay, so pull these nice and tight. On the back so far, that's what we've got. So now I'll just push this spike through. Ignoring those. This strand, keep them nice and flat, don't twist them. Put that strand through and out the back. This other side strand, keep it flat. Through and up the back. So that's what we've got now. See how this is the flesh side and the underside is the grain side on these. That's the grain side. So this is the part where these strands, we've got to come back around the outside and back down through this hole again. So once again with that spike, pretty difficult to do without a spike. So now what I do, I'm not saying this is how everyone does it, this strand I'll twist slightly, just slightly, so it comes around flat with the grain side out. And so on the side that you see out here, it's going to be the grain side. Now, it does help. I've got a little bit of grease on these strings just to make them slide up easier. It does make them a bit slippery to hang on to. So now I'm going to pull that strand nice and tight, and I'm going to do the same on this side. For this side I'm going to twist that round. You can see there, there's a slight twist, but it's nice and flat. This one's the same. Twist him. Just have another go at that hole. So it comes around. Now don't put this in. It's got to go in so the grain side touches that bottom strand. So you're putting it in kind of upside down almost. And you can see that. Once again, I'll just grab a pair of pliers, pull it through. Nice and tight. Now you can see these strands now, when I pull them down, they're going to be upside down. You don't see this back side. The front looks tidy. The back looks tidy too, but it's just that you've got those two strands twisted. Now, to finish this off, I like to use just a normal cheap old splicing thread. So the opposite strand will go under that strand. Pull it tight. Now you can do this loose and then retighten each strand, go around, but I always like to get them as tight as I can as I go, and I don't have to go and retighten anything, and it's just done. Alright, so pull that up tight. Now I just cut these ends off. Right, so that's how tidy it looks. You can tap that down with a hammer, no need to on this one. Now if you want to continue on, so without that you've got a nice diamond shape. With this I'm going to put slotted conchos on, so I put a rosette on there with 2 holes in it, 2 slots. I'm going to slide my concho over. Now this is another argument that everyone has about which way you do this. I always cut through the top strand first and cut a slot, come up through that, square it up, and then tight, cut another little slot in there, pull that strand up, and there it is, and that's a nice finished slotted concho laced rear cinch billet. Looks tidy on the back, looks tidy on the front, it'll never pull off, and that's that. Hope you enjoyed it.